played the most reps there.
Yeah.
Like, what's the challenge of that, and how are you feeling about rising?
I mean, it's not really a challenge. You just got to recruit to replace those guys. I feel like we did an unbelievable job in the portal. Getting LaTerrence Welch, getting Jaden Robinson, guys that have played at college football, guys that have been in the program, got from a nutrition, strength, conditioning standpoint. But then we talk about bringing in Tony and Kuba, Chris Johnson, Rodney Bimich, and Plas Johnson this summer. Now you have unbelievable body types in that room from a corner standpoint, to where we've upgraded that room from a talent standpoint. It's just now it's time to get our cleats on the ground and develop these guys, get these guys, on the field, moving fast, thinking fast. Tony, Chris, Rodney have all been early enrollees, so them adding 10 to 15 pounds upon arrival to now is essential for those guys' success. Tony's 180 pounds, Chris Johnson's 180 pounds, Rodney's 175-ish, but these are guys that have kind of hit the ground running for us.
You did challenge them on social media with the weight.
Oh yeah, for sure. I bet not, and that was me fresh off vacation, eating fruits and all that stuff. So I'm over 180 now, but just coming back, don't let me weigh more than you.
What did you like about the guys you had to be a transfer?
So Jaden Robinson, not only is he familiar with the system, but having an advocate of B Ward, Coach Coop, Jordan Lee. This is a guy that knows our system. This is a guy that is from Florida, but in a vacuum. This is a guy that's probably 4.3 speed. This is a guy that has elite short space quickness. He's going to be a guy that's going to cover guys and be a blanket and have an opportunity to make plays on the ball. I feel like last year, making plays on the ball, either you do or you don't. So getting a guy in there that has that skill set, that has the movement skills to be able to mirror guys is incredible. I'm glad to add that piece to our program. Welch, talk about a big physical cornerback, kind of in that mold of a Roe Torrance, you can't replace the player, but you can replace their body type, So getting a big physical guy that can be in the boundary and put his hands on guys, that embraces the physical nature of this game, that's played at a high level, that's a fierce competitor from a practice standpoint. Being at LSU, you're going up against, Brian Thomas, Malik Neighbors, the Lacey kid that's going to be a first-round pick next year. You talk about the cornerbacks, the receivers that was there, in previous, I just feel like he'd be a hard guy to sign out of high school to this place. So to be able to get that guy out of the portal is tremendous.
Do you feel like there's so many newcomers this year? It's almost like spring practice feels like last year, that process, you getting to know them, then getting to know you.
Kind of, but not really. Because, Chris, Tony, Rodney got to recruit those guys for a whole calendar year. Javen had rapport with the staff previously. LaTerrence, I had a lot of people through the grapevine that was advocating for him to come over here. So just recruit good human beings. We could recruit really good human beings. We're coming in year 2, installing our system. Some people know it, like Ed Woods, Keith, Keontae's know it. Javen is very familiar with it, so he knows it. And so we really just have 4 newcomers that really need to understand our defense. So just from a teaching standpoint, we got some really good, competent, smart guys that love football in that room. And so I'm just excited to really, put the ball on the ground and get these guys on the grass.
Keith is a high achiever, academic,
absolutely,
everything.
Yeah.
What do you think is possible for him this year?
I think Keith's a guy that offers position flexibility. I mean, he's a guy that, is 185 pounds. He can play corner. He can play nickel. He's dependable. He knows our playbook like the back of our hand. So we're giving him that opportunity to learn nickel this spring. Last year from a physics standpoint, we were, 175 pounds, and the nature of this game, physics got to be on your side or not on your side. So to have, Cole Martin or have, Mason, to have Keith Abney around that 180-plus range. Now, we're not elite from a measurable standpoint, but we're better last year. So I feel like Keith Abney is a guy that can help us at corner, and he can help us at nickel. But if we could clone 11 Keith Abneys and play football with 11 Keith Abneys, we'd be tough to beat.
So Cole, Keith, Mason are nickel.
Like those guys be a competition.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the order.
Okay, yeah.
The 3 of them.
But, yeah.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel the Big 12 offenses are going to be so different than the Pac-12? I know Kenny talked about a lot of 12 personnel.
Yeah, a lot of 12.
Doesn't mean the corners aren't going to be there.
Yeah, a lot of 12 personnel, Kansas, Iowa State, and stuff like that. I mean, I'm just so familiar with that league. And, being in Texas, being at TCU in the past, I'm excited to go to the Big 12. I was just telling somebody else, our players are going to appreciate the experiences in the Big 12. I'm pretty sure the AD at Kansas, Kansas State and Iowa State would love coming to Tempe. But I think it'll be a great experience for us to go to Manhattan, Kansas, for us to go to Stillwater, us to go to Ames, Iowa, us to go, to Lawrence, Kansas. Great environments, football environments, hostile territory. I mean, I couldn't be more excited for where we're headed. Yeah.
Well, like what things are you really laser focused on as you get ready to start spring?
Just really laser focused on making sure that our players play fast and try to stop the processing. It was a lot of processing last year, especially when a lot of teams like Washington do a lot of shifts and whatnot. So it's a lot of mental breakdowns on the field, a lot of busted coverages. So really just harping alignment, harping assignment, just harping to take a picture of what the offense is showing you pre-snap to just enhance that awareness, that anticipation, so that we can challenge routes instead of just playing soft coverage.